guys! So in this video, I'll be discussing Title 6 or Crimes Against Public Morals. It includes Articles 195 to Article 202. So Chapter 1 is Gambling and Betting, and it includes Article 195, Article 196, 197, 198, and 199. Although these articles have been repealed by Presidential Decree 1602. So PD 1602 is a law that was passed by the Philippine government to simplify and provide tougher penalties for illegal gambling activities or violation of the Philippine gambling laws. Kasi yung 195 is gambling, 196 importation, sale, and possession of lottery tickets or advertisements, 198, 197 is betting in sport contests, 198 is illegal betting on horse race, and 199 is illegal cockfighting. So it was said that these articles are already inconsistent with the said act, which imposed tougher penalties for these crimes. So we go now to Chapter 2, which are offenses against decency and good customs. So it includes Article 200, 201, and 202. So we first go to Article 200, which is grave scandal. So grave scandal is a highly scandalous act offensive to good morals, good customs, and decency committed in a public place or within public knowledge or public view. So what are the elements of this crime? So the first is that the offender performs an act or acts. Second is that such act or acts be highly scandalous as offending against decency or good customs. Third is that it is necessary that the act must be highly scandalous and offensive to morals, offensive to decency, and offensive to good customs. So the third element requires that it must fall expressly under any of the said against good customs, against good moral, and it must not constitute any other violation in the revised penal code. So grave scandal is a crime of last resort because you only file a complaint for grave scandal when the said act is not punishable under any other article in the RPC. So the fourth element is that the act or act complained of be committed in a public place or within the public knowledge or view. So it provides nga na yung scandalous act kailangan nakita ng ibang tao or dun sa tao na dun sa lugar rather na matao. So if the highly scandalous act is committed in a public place, the crime of grave scandal will immediately arise. So the place being public, the law presumes that someone may have witnessed the commission of the highly scandalous act. However, if the crime is committed in a private place, for example, for the crime of grave scandal to arise, it is necessary that it must be witnessed by at least one person or more persons for the said crime to arise. So, kailangan para daw maging grave scandal siya, may ibang makakita and magpapasok na siya sa within the public knowledge or public view. So, we go to an example. So, what if there was a couple, si A and si B, so mag-boyfriend-girlfriend sila, and it was their first anniversary, no, di ba? Then they went to MOA by the Bay, yung may Ferris wheel and all. And at exactly 12 midnight, in one of the restaurants therein, they engaged in sexual intercourse. Oh my gosh. So no one witnessed their sexual intercourse. Paano kaya nila nagawa yun though? And are they liable for grave scandal? So the answer is yes. They are liable for grave scandal kahit na walang nakakita sa kanila. They have the right to engage in sexual conduct, but the fact that they perform the sexual conduct in MOA by the Bay, a public place, makes the act offensive to public morals, decency, and good customs. And the said act does not constitute any other violation in the revised penal code because they have the right to engage in sexual intercourse. So therefore, the crime committed is grave scandal because they performed the act in a public place, even if no one saw the commission of the said act. Still, because it is performed in a public place, it is presumed that someone may have seen the commission of the highly scandalous act. So another example naman. So what if a wife and a husband, so mag-asawa na, celebrating again their anniversary, engaged in sexual intercourse, let's say, sa veranda ng bahay nila. So the act is committed sa loob ng house nila. So the gate was open. Hindi nila napansin na bukas pala yung gate. So may mga dumaan na tao. They saw them performing the sexual act, so or the sexual intercourse. So yung mag-asawa ba na yun, liable ba sila for grave scandal? So the answer is also yes. Kahit na nandun sila sa house nila, they are liable for grave scandal. The said act does not constitute another offense in their revised penal code. This is part of the elements because they have the right to engage in the sexual conduct. However, the sexual conduct was performed um, when it was witnessed by the others, even if it was performed in the privacy of their own home, it becomes now scandalous kasi nga it was within public view. Like what you said a while ago, as long as one person saw it or more person saw it, it pasok na siya dun sa within the knowledge of the public or within public view. So now we go to the next one. Okay. So the next is Article 201, or immoral doctrines, obscene publications and exhibitions, and indecent shows. So what is punished under this crime? Number one is public proclamations of doctrines openly contrary to public morals. Second is publication of obscene literature. In case of publication of obscene literature, it is the author, the editor, the owner of the or proprietor of the establishment that sells the said materials. They are all criminally liable. Yung third act naman is the exhibition of indecent shows, plays, scenes, or acts in fairs, theaters, cinemas, or any other places. It also includes selling, giving away, or exhibiting films, engravings, sculptures, or literature which are offensive to public morals. So to give you an example, so itong si A applied for a job at a publishing company. Much to her surprise, when she entered the building, she saw the magazines being published had men and women engaging in sexual intercourse. So naked women and men yung nandun sa magazine. And other obscene materials, let's say parang mga articles tungkol sa pag-sexual intercourse, those kind of things. So thereafter, the police raided the said company. Sino yung magiging liable in this crime? So the answer is it's the author of the said literature, the editors, publishing such literature, and the owner or proprietor of the establishment where the said magazines were being sold. They are all criminally liable under Article 201. Okay. So we now go to Article 202, or vagrants and prostitutes. Republic Act 10158, or an act decriminalizing vagrancy, repealed vagrants from this article. But note that joblessness is not tantamount to vagrancy. What the law penalizes is the neglect and refusal to work and loitering in or about public places without giving good account of his presence therein. So ano ba yung prostitution? It's when a woman who for money or profit habitually indulge in sexual intercourse or lascivious conduct. So yung vagrant nga is when a man who engages in the same conduct, sex for money, is not a prostitute but vagrant. So ano ba yung pimp or yung mga bugaw? So they are those who provides gratification for the lust of others. Yung purpose ng batas na ito, this certain article, is not simply to punish a person because he has no means of livelihood, but it is to prevent further criminality. Any person found wandering in an estate belonging to another, whether public or private, without any lawful purpose also commits vagrancy unless his acts constitute some other crime in the revised penal code. So in law, the mere indulgence in lascivious conduct habitually because of money or gain would amount to prostitution, even if there is no sexual intercourse. So yung virginity dito, it's not a defense. Even millionaires or one who has more than enough for his livelihood can commit vagrancy, but by habitually associating with prostitutes, pimps, ruffians, or by habitually lodging in houses of ill repute. So, is there a crime of prostitution by conspiracy? So one who conspires with a woman in prostitution business, like pimps, taxi drivers, or solicitors of clients, are guilty of the crime under Article 341, or white slave trade. White slave trade. So what are the crimes committed by, for example, okay, ayan, what are the crimes committed by, number one, si A yung nag-recruit, who offered services to B, of B, si B yung i-offer yung service, to C for sexual activities for pay. So ano yung criminal liability nilang tatlo? So the answer is both A and C are guilty of violating Section 3 of RA 9208, or for trafficking person. A for recruiting, while C for using persons for prostitution, while B is liable under 202 for prostitution. Okay. So this ends our short review. Very short lang tong title na to for Title 6. Correct me if there were any mistakes in my video, and I hope this helps your criminal law review. I know everyone is studying right now for the final exams. I'm wishing you all luck and wish me luck as well.